Hi, everyone. Leslie Hassler. I am going to send out a quick link to my people that have signed up asking to get notified for live. So if you will give me just a second to get that link for them, if I can pull this all together. My first time doing it. So a little bit of grace on that, right? And it seems like the internet, of course, is going to be a little slow. So I might have to send them out a message that just states that, I have gone live. So let me see. I'm going to try one more time. And then if we cannot make this work, I will move on and talk to you. I hope y'all are having a fabulous 4th of July. Mine has been a little lazy, and that's okay because I really needed it to be a little lazy. I don't know quite about you, but I've been pushing it. I've been pushing it for sure. And just trying to get everything ready. I mentioned a couple of times we're planning something new, and that's really cool and exciting. But it takes a lot of work. It takes a really lot of work. So I think I'm good and I can say send now. So hopefully that went out really well. So I can turn my attention back to actually talking to you guys. So again, I'm Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules. Welcome to the afternoon little musings. And I am outside in deep South Texas. It's hot. So if I start sweating and turning red, you know why. But the house is full of 4 teenage boys, all who have spent their day fishing, which we felt like that was a good thing to do on July 4th when a lot of people want to be out on the beach. We chose not to be. So I've been thinking about this concept of freedom for a little bit, probably for the last week. Freedom is definitely something I hold near and dear. I do thank everyone that has afforded me the ability to enjoy my freedoms through their work, through their calling, through their service. Thank you for that. But I think I noticed a few things. So I first wanted to start off with what my definition of freedom is. And my husband and I I'm just going to click over here real fast so I can see comments. My husband and I have, I think, an interesting definition of freedom. We tell our children all day long that your freedom is expansive and it extends up into the point that it infringes on someone else's freedom. And at that point in time, then somebody's losing their freedom, right? And I think I like the idea that we do have freedom, that it is expansive, that it is abundant, but it's also respectful. And as I was thinking about this concept, one of the things that came out to me is namaste. So namaste, the divine in me bows in honor and respect to the divine in you. That understanding that we both can have freedom, that freedom can be slightly different. It can be of our own choosing, of our own creation, but that there is a respect for each other. And I think I get discouraged because I see this pervasion that takes it away from the we, where we all win, to this about I think Ed and I call it rampant individualism, where it's all about me. In the song, "This land is your land, this land is my land," right? There's a version that goes, "This land is my land, this land is my land." And I think that's really the dog walked underneath the tripod. Those are those two definitions of freedom. And I think about the fact that we are a nation of immigrants, down to the very core of the July 4th Independence Day, right? A nation of immigrants. And immigrants come to this country looking for freedom. There's a new, I think, Hulu series out there, Padma Lakshmi, who's a food cookbook author. There's our dog. Come here, Xander. I guess he's got something to say. There's a food cookbook out there she's had launched a new show on Hulu, and it's all about Taste of the Nation, where she's going around the nation and into our more predominantly immigrant communities and talking about food and culture and what freedom looks like and what sovereignty looks like. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Xander, come here. You're a good boy. And it's a really interesting watch if you've got some time to do that. So when we talk about freedom, this same immigrant community also chooses small business ownership. Isn't that interesting? I'm like, predominantly chooses small business ownership. And that's because you really can create an expansive, collaborative community of abundance and of freedom. I just think a lot of people get it a little twisted in there, where what they create is just another master, just something else that needs to be serviced. But there's not this two-way yin and yang, give and take, and mutually beneficial relationship when it comes to business. And freedom really is the number one reason that people get into business. We want freedom of our own schedule, freedom of our own finances. For me, it really comes down to freedom of choice. And that choice is about having a choice. Like, there's a freedom in having the ability to choose, and there's the freedom to actually make the decision and make the choice. And as I've been in business longer and longer, going on 13 years, seems like just yesterday. Now it actually does feel some days like 13 years, but as I am maturing in business, that freedom of choice is the thing I protect. And I see too many people abdicate that freedom of choice. I see too many people get overwhelmed by the freedom of choice. And it's truly the businesses that I help people build is all about the freedom of choice. The freedom to invest when they want to invest, to hire a team when you want to hire a team, to develop a new product, to take a vacation, for goodness sakes, to maybe even splurge a little bit on some fun things for yourself and your team. That's what true freedom looks like. But you do have to design your business to really give it to you. And I hope, this is a really interesting day. July 4th, Independence Day. It's a lunar eclipse. It's a full moon. What else is new? It's 2020, right? But there is this ability for you to take stock on what are the freedoms that you have enjoyed. And there's been some new freedoms for a lot of people pop up in the last couple of months. Can actually do a live on that next week. But there's freedoms, right, that you maybe have kept from yourself, that now that we're in this pause, you've been able to enjoy. And maybe you want to continue those freedoms, right? There's things that you've sacrificed. You've bought into the hustle and grind, and the idea that if you work hard enough, you can enjoy all these freedoms. Chances are, though, you've never gotten to the point where you feel like you've worked hard enough. So you get locked in that hamster wheel cycle of working harder and harder and harder, and have less and less and less to show for it as the business owner. So I want you to think about that a little bit. Today's the perfect day for that, and decide how you really want to move forward. Because truly, you've got the ability to move forward in a totally new and different way. That, to me, is one of the true blessings of this pause, is we're giving you time to reflect, time to lean into those desires that you've maybe put off to the side, time to lean into a new way of owning and managing and running a business, time to see that it doesn't have to be you against me. It doesn't have to be about confrontation and conflict, that it can be collaborative, that it can be about the win-win-win, and that it's really a lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable, and a lot more possible than maybe you've ever been told before. So I hope you're having a beautiful day, guys. I hope you're enjoying your family. I hope you're watching this on replay. If you're watching live, say howdy so I know you're there. But if you're watching replay, tell me catch and replay. Just hashtag replay. That'll be good enough for me. If you want to continue to see these lives and get the notifications of when I go live, or even just that it's gone live for the week and here they are, click the link in the post at the bottom. That'll just give you notifications for my lives only. I'm not going to spam you or anything in there. Maybe you'll get prompted with get started. Just click that and you're in. That way I can keep you abreast and you can catch up on these. But that's it for today, guys. I hope it's beautiful. It is lovely. Let me see if I can pan you just a little bit. See? Let's see if we can rotate on the corner. There we go. That's kind of a lovely view, isn't it? It's a lovely view. So that's it for today, guys. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your freedom. Don't take it for granted. That's it for today, guys. I hope you're having a great day.